Hello, welcome to Certified Jams. Today we're talking about the song Vapor Trail by Ride, and I'm going to tell you why it's a certified jam. There you go. Oh, you hear that? And the string just slowly come up. Oh, all right. So Ride is one of those bands that came out of the UK in the late 80s, early 90s, and they were part of what's referred to as the Shoegaze movement. So it's sort of these bands that took the sound that American indie guitar bands had created, and they sort of ran it through this like filter of just ethereal droning effects to create this really sort of like textured, layered, ambient sort of guitar sound. Bands like My Bloody Valentine, Chapter House, Catherine Wheel, all these different sorts of bands. So Ride was one of these bands. The record that this song's from is called Nowhere. It came out in 1990, and I think this song Vapor Trail was released as a single in North America in 91. That's when I first heard it. I saw the video for it on Much Music, and I was instantly just sort of mesmerized by it. It's such a beautiful song. It's got this really sort of clean guitar part, really beautiful vocals, amazing drum sound, and then it sort of all crescendos with this beautiful string arrangement at the end with the cello and the violin. So beautiful, beautiful song. So we're gonna give it a listen, and I'll sort of walk you through some of the reasons why I love this song and why I think it's definitely a certified jam. All right, let's give it a listen.
First you look so strong, then you fade away. The sun will blind my eyes, I'll love you anyway. Thirsty for your smile, I want you for a while. You are a vapor trail in a deep sky.
All right, so many things. It sort of creates this like ethereal, atmospheric sort of tone, but it's got this driving drum beat through it that really like gives it momentum. The guitars, I'm pretty sure, are just like 12-string electric guitars, which is what gives it that sort of sound. I don't even think they're using a ton of effects on these. They're just like, I think it's dual 12 strings, which sounds amazing, super full. And then as soon as those drums kick in, it just sort of like turns this song into something else, which I think is just amazing. And the vocals too, super sort of British sounding vocals. You can really hear their accents, which I love. A lot of UK artists, when they sing, you can't hear the accent, but with these guys you can. And yeah, just really clean, or not clean, sorry, really sort of saturated, sort of thick, affected vocals, which sound really, really great. Let's keep going.
Tremble with a sigh, glitter in your eye. You seem to come and go, I never seem to know. And all my time is yours as much as mine.
So there's a part there where you can start to hear there's some cello and I think some violin that's just really sort of subtly comes in at a certain point, and just sort of lifts everything up. At the end of the song, which is the best part, the cello and the violin sort of start to become more prominent right as the song is sort of ending, and it builds to this amazing crescendo. So we'll hear that in a second. But yeah, right here you can start to hear the strings a little bit.
We'll never have enough time to show our love.
It's beautiful. Yeah, you can hear the two guitars. This is where it starts to build. I love the kind of sloppy drums, but sounds amazing. Right here. Here's the strings. They're so subtle. There you go. Oh, you hear that? And the string just slowly come up. Oh. So good. And everything else just fades down. Oh. Oh, it's a perfect song. So great. I love how subtle the strings are, and then they just sort of slowly, you hear the melody just sort of like dancing inside the guitars and the drums, and then everything else just fades out and those strings become sort of front and center. Really beautiful string arrangement, adds so much to the song, and then really just like gives it this sort of like it almost I think a lot of this has to do with the imagery in the album cover, but it like really makes me feel like I'm in like water or like rain or something. I don't know. It's just got that sort of feel to it. Cold, but like beautiful. Anyways, so yeah, this was Vapour Trail by Ride. Great band from the 90s. They've got a bunch of albums and they're all sort of different. This one is very singular. It kind of sounds a lot different than the other ones. Going Blank Again, which is I think their second record, has a bunch of great songs on it. There's a lot to dig into with Ride. Highly recommend spending some time with them. This record from start to finish is so good. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Certified Jams. Really appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe. Really helps out. And if you have suggestions for songs that you'd like me to do, you think I might like, put them in the comments. I'll give it a listen, and if I love it, I may feature it in a future video. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.